Good day, Minecraftians. Purple Mentat here, bringing you episode 2 of Running Red. Now, before we get started, you will notice that I have installed Spice of Life. I can see the hunger and saturation of foods. This is only the HUD effect. I have also updated to the latest version of NEI add-ons to get the Ex Nihilo tooltips in Wayla. However, the only thing this really affects in this entire pack is the infested leaves. It's not a big deal. And I've added a couple of other little cosmetic only mods that help with the whole information thing, so I don't have to keep referencing different wikis and offline, well, not offline, but like websites and books and all of that. It's just blah. You'll note that I've done an awful lot of material farming since last episode. I have a ton of wood. I've made a bunch of carpenter slopes, and I have a bunch of trees that I'm finally harvesting for the silk and silkworms. These took a while to process. The reason for this is it is time to leave our little starter island. The next quest in the quest book, under Our Lady of Sorrows, is Congealed Blood, where I need to get to that new island at negative 470, 82 meters away. Now, I have a plan on how I'm going to do that and also incorporate that bridge into the future. And to make that happen, I needed those carpenter slopes. One, I just really like the look of the slopes. Two, I figure a 45-degree angle is kind of unnatural and wrong, and that fits with the entire theme of the pack, that this is some sort of purgatory world where we are figuring out how to deal with the fact we are now in the afterlife. So, we're going to use them. Now, to make this work, I want to be at 2290 for the Z coordinate. So right here. Because if I look ahead, it looks like 2290 will go right past that island, which is my goal. 2289, on the other hand, seems to be right in line with the last edge of it. So this is where I'm going to be building the bridge out. And, do I have slabs made up? No. Let me fix that. Crafted myself a whole bunch of carpenter's blocks and no slabs. Simple solution. I'm going to need a lot of slabs, though, so hang on. We'll just, bam, a whole bunch of them. That's why I spent so much time farming resources ahead of time, so that I could do that. All right, now, to make this work best... Oh, whoop. You can hold Shift and scroll the wheel to scroll between the different types of carpenter's wedge. Or carpenter's slope, I suppose this actually is. So if you happen to be holding Shift and scroll the wheel when you're on your carpenter's blocks and you're not getting things to... You're not changing item, now you know why. Alright, so this is going to be an empty space, which I will fill in with something prettier than an oak wood slab later. That's going to be a rune. Empty spot, and then right here goes our slope. But... here we go. I want first to set up planks there, because that is also going to be a rune. I'm going to use planks to fill in where the runes are going to be. Bamf. And this isn't beautifully safe or anything at the moment, but it is doing the job. And then we're going to have an empty space, and then another rune. Yes, that is accurate. And then we have one more empty space and one more rune. And we're at the top. And this will be a tier 5 blood altar once I get all of the actual runes in. Oh, that's not correct. We want the... where'd it go? Carpenter's wedge slope for that. Now, because I would like this to be a little bit safer than this, we're going to fill this in a bit. Like so. And I'll just put together this side so you can see kind of what the shape of the altar is going to be. Where did planks go? Here we go. So right there, and then 6 from here. And then 5 from here. And most of these planks are going to end up falling into the void. But honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. This is mostly just to make sure that I have the stencil for the blood altar set up properly, which now I do. Fantastic. And I'm going to make a nice 3-wide path up the proto altar for the time being. Now, as this is the top, most of you know that the altar will actually, the runes will actually extend like this, and the altar is going to, whoops, that's okay. The altar is going to need to go above that middle empty spot. So I'm going to stick a slab right there so I can easily toss an altar there later when I am ready for that. And eventually I will be filling this in with something that's more appropriately blood magic-y, but there we have it. Now I have a effectively ground level blood altar just waiting for me to start filling in the blocks. And as I can run straight on 2290 right past the actual altar block itself and on up towards that area. Now, I'm going to have to fill this in from underneath later on. What I'm going to do right now is just build with a bunch of slabs and get myself out to that block. Now, one thing that I have not tested yet, so we're going to take a look at this. If you walk up to the top of that holding shift, you will not fall off the other edge. Good. So you can, in fact, do that and then go back to the slope and build yourself a nice slope going all the way up. Just be a little bit careful changing between items. Yes. So I'm going to build this bridge with slopes instead of stairs to go get myself over to that island. And once I'm there, I shall return. See you soon. All right, I have my bridge to somewhere set up. Rather than leave this open hole in the middle of everything, which was just terrifying, I came up here and I stuffed the blood altar into place because I know I'm going to want it there in the long run. So, head on up the Carpenter's Wedge slope and across the tiny little slab bridge. And there is a skeleton on that island. Well, if I head back home and wait, it should eventually despawn. I think. Unless it won't despawn because mechanism armor. In which case, I might need to get really creative. So, I'm at negative 55 at the moment. A good... Oh, it counted as visited. That's kind of useful. Let's see, I need 4 iron ingots to finish off this quest. But, luckily, I got those 16 iron ore berries last time, cooked those up. I have 32 iron ingots now. So I can detect that and complete the quest. So I get a golden apple, a couple of reward bags, some iron ingots, and my choice of ore berry bush. Well, I know that I'm going to get a ton of iron ore berry bushes from previous experience. So I think tin, aluminum, or copper are my options of choice. And, I'm not really sure which to go with. I know that I end up using more tin and copper. You know what? I'm going to take the gold. There. End that discussion right away. Now, the blood is flowing. I need to create a fluid duct opaque. To do that, though, I'm going to need to go get access to that island, because that's where I'm going to get most of the rest of my ore berry bushes. They're waiting for me over there. I have no flint at the moment. To make flint... I can enrich or purify or alchemic chemistry, which I can't get into right yet. Or I could sieve gravel, except I can't make gravel. Not easily, anyway. At least I don't think I can. Hang on. Oh, I can't make a sieve. Right. Ex nihilo. Bad. It's not what it is used in this pack. Alright. Yeah, we're going to have to take care of that skeleton without a bow and arrows. So, I suppose a pan might be a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a ton of wood. I can make a Tinker's Construct setup. Let me get that put together real quick. I'm going to assume you guys know how to set up your basic Tico stuff at this point. So I'm not going to explain every step of the way. And this should hopefully save me from horrible awfulness. I need a log. Boy, that was tough. Now, the great thing about the pan is it has a pretty extreme knockback on it. And you know what? Let's make a pattern chest, because I'm probably going to be making a few of these tools. Well, maybe. I don't know. This pack is odd in that it doesn't follow standard progression paths. Okay, so I want my part builder, I want my pattern chest, and I want my stencil table and my tool station. Now, to make the pan, I need just a stick in a pan head. And I'll probably make a netherrack pan, because I have a bit of netherrack, and netherrack's actually relatively easy to get my hands on. Here we go. It won't hit particularly hard, but that's okay. I think it looks cool. There we go. Frying pan, netherrack. The entire purpose of this is so that I can smack the skeleton hard. Let's see if it's still up there. Oh good, it did despawn. However, now I've got my knockback just in case I end up needing it. Yay. Now, as you can see, 2290 was not quite perfect, but it's close enough. And it puts me in line with a fairly easy run to the next island, which is what I'm very happy about. So, put another slope right there, and I'm going to extend this little platform around here out a bit, so that I can easily get down without accidentally killing myself, which would be a good thing. Now, as this is like some of the only grass on the map, it'll be fairly easy to spawn more animals here. So I'm not going to worry too much about the fact that right now I just need them to not accidentally kill me. That is so much fun. Clang. Clang. I'm a bad person. Alright, so in the chest, you find 4 of each of the basic oreberry bushes: aluminium, gold, tin, copper, and iron. This is why I was not super afraid about taking the gold oreberry. There's also a tree up here. It's not really necessary. And we have a nice little lake of blood, which we will use later. Right now, though, as it says, I need to get a fluid duct going. The blood is flowing. It becomes more and more apparent that blood means a lot here. It's like it meant even more than it did in life. And where are we getting all this blood? Even the most healthy person would have run out by now. Maybe it's a good idea to transport and store it for later use. So I need to create veins, aka fluid ducts. Okay. Let's head back home. I want more slope available here. No. We will put a plank right there, and a slope there. And then this slope we will remove entirely. Put that grass block back, and there. I am enjoying the carpenter slopes. And I will expand this bridge at some point. Right now, though, I have other things on my mind. Specifically, I want to get myself that oreberry going. Now, if you've seen the video from Gideon Seymour that I linked, or I think I shared that on Twitter recently. If I didn't, I should have. Anyway, he shows off the build that I used in my live stream to create an oreberry closet. This time, though, I'm going to do something a little bit better than that. So let me get the materials I need together for that and start the basic shell. And when I'm ready to show it off, I will be back. See you soon. All right, folks, we have everything we need together now. A whole bunch of smooth stone, a bunch of oak wood planks, oak wood slabs, and our oreberries. Also, I made myself a stone pickaxe so that I could move my pickaxeable things around. And I created for myself a hopper to feed into my blood altar to speed up stone production, as you can toss up to a stack of items into a blood altar at a time, as long as you use something like a hopper. I assume you guys know how to use any to figure out how that is crafted. Now, from what I understand, and I may be entirely wrong here and working on hearsay, but this is what I have heard. ore berries grow fastest when they are on smooth stone. So obviously smooth stone would be the best thing to use to grow your ore berries. Now, hang on a second. I want to move these. They're not quite arranged the best way for me in this circumstance. Now, what this means for our purposes is that we want our ore berry closet to have smooth stone as the base where the ore berries will grow. And I'm putting it here because this way it won't actually interfere with the altar in any way. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm actually going to go 16 out because, well, I want room to expand without needing to constantly partially tear down and rebuild. And if you've seen my stream, my live stream on this particular pack, then you've seen me build a closet a lot like this one. This one, however, is going to be a little bit different. So we're going to run some planks. Actually, hang on. We're not going to put those quite there. There's going to be a little bit of rebuilding as I go. You know what? To make this faster, hang on. I'll be right back. I'm going to make myself an axe. All right, now that I have a hatchet to speed, bring me back, speed this along a bit. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to run a line of oak wood planks the same length as this line of stone. And this line of planks we're actually going to want to be, I believe, 3 high. Now, as for the flooring in here, we are going to use slabs, but we want it to be down there. Yes, there we are. And there's a good reason for this that you'll see momentarily. Fantastic. Now, the other side of it is going to have to be a little bit off, but we'll get to that in a minute. Right now, we just want to get this up to 3 high. I currently have the absorption buff from the golden apple. Golden apples are great for early blood magic for a couple of reasons. For one, they give you a short-term regen buff. For 2, they have a lot of saturation, which, if you know vanilla mechanics, you know that you use saturation to heal naturally. Now, I'm not a giant fan of having it blocked off like that. I would prefer to have that filled in. Oops. I let this run out. Let me fix that. But yes, you can eat 1 golden apple, and between the few seconds of regen 2 and all of that saturation you get, it is enough to completely heal you from knocking yourself down to almost nothing. There are 32 dirt in there currently processing, which takes 3,200 blood to turn into netherrack, and then another 3,200 to turn into stone. You get 200 LP per heart, so you need about 16 hearts to go through it all. And that's if you don't lose any to inefficiency the way I did, by letting it run dry. All right, we want this end over here to also have a 3 high pillar of wood. And, you know what? I kind of want a stairwell to get up here for the moment. Across the top, we're going to put down slabs so that we don't need to light everything. Whoops. This is why I made the axe, for easy fixes like that. And we're going to extend that ceiling the entire way across. Now I just need to get this floor filled in a bit. That'll do for demonstrating the concept, I believe. Now, nope, that doesn't quite work the way I want it to. Ah, right, this is how it ends up functioning. So with a slab here, we can still see into where that block is. And with a slab running across there, we're going to have room to make a little ledge that we can step up to fairly easily with one of our carpenter slopes. Stop here and refill things, just to be sure. Yes, this will work. All right, so let me finish getting this basic structure together. The reason we're using these slabs like this is because they block light. So if I run enough slabs along here like this, it will actually end up completely dark inside of that little closet, which will allow the ore berries to grow at their fastest. And the reason I am making this so very long as I am is because, hang on, I want to get it down to where red spawns are happening inside, which I believe we're just about at now. I'll be able to tell if I knock out this slab and take a look. Yep, we're there. All right, the reason I'm making it quite so long is because I'm actually just going to put each ore berry on its own separate spot. There we go. I'm going to need these slabs moved. Anyway, this is the basic idea. The whole reason I'm doing it this way, is because ore berries will grow up to 3 high on their own as long as they are on smooth stone and in the dark. So I'm going to finish getting the rest of this set up and show you the finished product in just a moment. Back soon, folks. All right, here is the mostly finished product. I'm going to just lay down this second line of stone here. And I don't have enough planks to actually completely fully finish this off at the moment, but I'll take care of that in a little while. I'm almost out of planks. I'm almost always perpetually almost out of planks. So you can see that things are growing fairly well over there. And I'm actually going to toss a torch at the end of here because I would like this area to be lit up, even though it doesn't technically need to be. And I'm going to get my copper placed down. And at the other end, the tin. Oh, actually, I don't need any more planks. I'm all set. Good. Or at the other end, the aluminum. And we'll put tin in the center somewhere. And now I have a fairly effective ore berry farm. Problem is, one, that and that and that. Technically spawnable terrain. Not what I want happening. But I can easily get at the bottom level from here. And later, as I grow more ore berries or collect more from quests and rewards, I will be able to get at the top 2 levels through here. All right. Now, ore berries, even with stone, do not grow quickly. So, let's speed them along. First off, before we do that, let's check the reward bags. Get a stone sword, a stone pickaxe, and a diamond. The diamond's actually a really nice reward. That'll be helpful later on. Check my quest book for what's next. Next on Our Lady of Sorrows, we have Blood is Flowing. Oh yeah, that's right. We need to get the fluid duct. I need to get some copper, because if I take a look at the fluid duct on this particular pack, and at this point in time, you guys have got to be able to do NAI to be able to make these packs happen. It only requires, hang on, that's not right. Opaque. It only requires copper. No lead needed. So we're going to speed it along a little by, I need some more planks before we go any further. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Once that processes, turns those into planks, I will be back for the next step. All right, now that I have my planks and I've cooked up some more stone, let's make a watering can. So grab myself a bowl. I'm going to need a bit of bone meal, and I'm going to need that stone. Like that? Yes, good. I remembered the watering can recipe. My day is complete. Now, no water to refill the watering can, and later on, I believe Gideon Sidmore has said that to be able to transmute the watering can into the full watering can, you may need to actually toss it into a blood altar, which, you know, that just makes sense at this point. Excuse me, Coven Witch. I hope I didn't accidentally knock you off. But I don't care that much. However, there's this nice little pool of blood up here. Yeah, you can totally fill the watering can in that. In fact, if you bring a hoe up here, you can even start farming. Goodbye. Did not want to take chances with me accidentally being the one pushed off there, so held shift and walked through her until she fell. More Coven Witches will spawn. Now, the reason for this is that even with the full dark, watering cans grow, ore berries grow slowly. So I'm going to hold right click until the ore berry bushes grow. And then hopefully, I believe they can start sprouting on top of them if they are in full darkness on smooth stone. Either that or I'm imagining things, and, you know, building something this large was potentially a slight waste of time, but that's okay. I had fun doing it. All right, all I need is 2 copper ore berries. There's 1. And then I will be able to continue forth with... waiting. I don't like waiting. There's 2. But I'm not going to stop at 2 because I like to be efficient with my fuel. So I'll be back once I've collected myself enough cotton ore berries, copper ore berries to be satisfied. See you soon. Now, as we've gone over previously, the nether furnace here, made with netherrack, will burn 16 items for 1 charcoal because it is double efficiency. Also, each ore berry will smelt into 2 ingots in this pack and this pack alone. So it's a pretty fantastic way of making metals not a problem. Now that I have my fluid ducts, I'm going to need a portable tank. Portable tank in this one is a little bit interesting. To create the baseline portable tank, it's just 8 fluid ducts in a little circle. Simple, right? Just depressingly so, almost. Here we go. And now if I want to upgrade that portable tank, well, I can't do so easily. I can't just put it together. Oh, actually, maybe I can put it together with Invar. Except, where am I going to be getting the nickel to make Invar blend, right? There's no ferrous ore berries. Instead, actually, hang on. I thought... Oh, you know what? I guess that's something that he was talking about adding, but hasn't actually added yet. I believe that to upgrade the portable tank later on, you're going to need to actually put it into the blood altar to do so. Anyway, at this point in time, if I check my quest book, I have completed Veins and the Heart to finish up The Blood is Flowing. This will get me a red heart canister, another half a heart, and 4 more iron ore berries, which is fantastic. More iron is good. So we're going to put that red heart canister into place, and we're going to grab our other half heart, because I've died once already, walking right off the edge, to get back up to 5 lives. Lives do not come frequently in this pack. As Gideon mentioned last time, he's very stingy with them. Alright, there's iron. This is a broken hatchet. And there's no Tinker's tweaks, or iguana tweaks, so I can't just repair it in my inventory. You get used to these things. That's okay. There's also no leveling or experience or changing out of parts. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. Now my ore berries will be continually growing happily, and I can pretty much leave them alone. Every now and then I'll come through here, harvest the ones that are grown, so that I can keep a little bit of passive material income. Next on the list, blood farms. Odd. You can hear your stomach growling, but you don't feel hungry. Maybe we should get some food anyway. And for this, it wants me to head even further off to the final island, which you can just see if I get up to this bloodfall. Way out there. So, I believe that we are going to wrap up here for today, folks. Between now and next time, I will build myself a slab platform out to that island, and probably expand this little walkway a little bit so it's a little less hazardous to my health. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. If so, let me know in the comments below. If you have not, let me know what I could do differently. And I will see you next time.